everybody, I am back for another Mama Cat vlogging prompt. This week one of the prompts was to talk about something we broke and what happened. So I am going to take you back to when I was about 10 years old or so. I don't remember exactly, but around there. And I am also going to take you back to my childhood home. Now, my childhood home was in Missouri, and we lived out in the country. Now, at this particular time that I'm talking about, it had snowed an awful lot. I mean, schools were closed, roads were closed, you couldn't get to the grocery store. And to make matters worse, we lived out in the country. We had 6 acres of land, so you can imagine that there was lots of snow. Now, my brothers and I liked to play out in the snow when we had that much. And this particular time, for some reason or another, I wanted to shovel snow. Now, I don't know why I wanted to shovel snow. Maybe I wanted to shovel it because I wanted to make a snow person, or because I wanted to make a snow fort, which is probably likely. Anyway, to shovel snow, though, I had to have shovels, right? Well, it just so happened that we had this barn garage kind of thing out in the back, and there were 2 shovels out there. Now, being the good kid I was, I asked permission to have a shovel. Well, my mom said no. So I waited for her to go back inside, and I went and got the shovel anyway. Well, so I did my little shoveling for whatever I was doing it for, and I put the shovel back in the garage, the barn thing, which was all fine and dandy except for one thing. While I was putting it back, I broke the window of the barn. You know, there was a door there, and it had glass in the barn door, and I broke it about, I'd say maybe a circuit part about that big. You know, nothing major, but I definitely broke it. And so I quickly put the shovel back and went inside and didn't tell Mom. So the next day, my mom happened to go out into the barn garage thing, and she noticed glass on the ground, and she saw the hole in the door, or in the window. She also noticed that the shovel was not put back where it usually was. See, I just kind of put it inside the door. So my mom put 2 and 2 together, and she figured out it was me. So needless to say, she came into the house, and she confronted me about it and asked me if I had used the shovel. Well, being the good kid I am, or was, I didn't lie to my mom, and I told her yes, I'd used the shovel. So the next thing she asked was, well, did you break the glass in the window as well? And I admitted I did. So at that time, kids were still spanked. They weren't they weren't put in a quarter or anything. They were still spanked. So guess what happened? Yeah, I got a spanking. Yeah. And my mom gave me my spanking, and she sent me to my room for the rest of the evening. Needless to say, it was terrible. I cried and cried and cried. But I never, and I do mean never, touched that shovel again. Well, if Mom asked me to go get it, then yeah, I went and got it. But I never did touch the shovel again. And I wasn't going to. And eventually my parents actually fixed the window, and it was all fine and dandy, and all was forgiven. But needless to say, I never shoveled snow again. And the only time I've ever gotten spanking was twice in my entire life, and that was by my mom and my grandma. And that is a whole nother story, which I might tell you some other time. But anyway, so that's my story about something I broke And I can't wait to hear your stories this week, and I hope you have a good week. So I'll be talking to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.